All right, guys, just going to recap on what we did yesterday, just so that you are clear about what we did. We had two tables, one called agents and one called properties. I'll just click onto the agents one, just so that we can have a look at the data dictionary. Remember, the data dictionary is all about the data. So it's known as metadata. So we have the field names, we have the data types, and we have a description. The other thing that's important is in the mobile, for example, how many characters do I need? So if we think of it, there's 4, 7, 10, and a couple of spaces, 11, 12. We can have maybe 15 characters at the most. So I'm making that change here. I also put a mask here. The mask is brackets, 4 zeros, space, 3 zeros, space, 3 zeros, close bracket. Those other slashes, it automatically does those. The other thing I'm going to look at is short text. First name should be probably no more than 25 characters, and surname probably maybe 40, depending on if they're double barrel names. Right, then we can go to properties and have a look at that one. And here I have an auto number for property ID. I have an address, location, bedrooms, construction. Now, construction, I ended up having a lookup wizard. You can see here. So the way to do that is go down to here where it says lookup wizard. And in the lookup wizard, I will type the values as what I stated. And it was either brick or weatherboard. And finish. And so that now becomes, if I look at the lookup down here, it shows me brick or weatherboard. Okay, currency, long text, and agent ID, remember, is the foreign key connecting agents to property. And it must be number because my agent ID in my agents table here is auto number, which is still number. You can only have one auto number. So here it's number, and here it's up there is the auto number. And then once we do that, we save it, close them, save them. All right, the next thing we're going to do, if you haven't done so already, we're going to connect these two through a relationship. So we go up here to where it says database tools. We go here where it says relationships. Now I'll just click this one off. Okay, so I hide this table and I will hide this table and then show the tables. You'll get this thing here. So add, go to the properties, add, close. Right? And then we can move these where we want. Now to connect them, I need the agent ID, the primary key and the agents to the foreign key and the properties. So I click and I drag, and I'm still dragging until I come to agent ID. Let go. Now this will, if I don't press enforce referential integrity, if my data types are different, it will allow it to happen, but you'll have terrible problems later on. You can see here the relationship type is one-to-many. By clicking referential integrity, it will state the 1-to-infinity symbol will come out correctly. Now this cascade update and cascade delete, we don't touch those. That's something you might look into when you're in year 12. So we create. And so we have this now 1-to-infinity, which basically shows one-to-many. Close that. Yes. Now, I'll just get rid of this one for now. We're going to, I'll delete these ones. So then we'll start again. Okay. So now I'm going to create a form, and you can bring those all across for the agent and have an agent's form. And so here you could have, I think there is a third one, which is, I can find my booklet, Sarah. So we don't put anything in agent ID because that's an automatic number. So we type in Sarah and we go smart and her phone number. And because I use the mask, you'll see straight away that it is following the mask. And then next. Okay, so that one's done. Close that. Properties. I'll close that for a second, sorry. I wanted to create a form. So create a form wizard. This time the properties, bring them all across. Oh, excuse me. All right, so property 1 and property 2. Ooh. And that's in Sunderland as well. 4 bedrooms. This is where I had the little drop down. And the asking price is 190,000. Okay, and we go to the next one. All right, so this one happens to be Agents 1 again, Aaron's. Location is in Darlinghurst. Bedrooms is 3. Now I could probably have a drop-down menu for all the number of bedrooms. And this is weatherboard, and the price is 158,000. And the comments, lovely garden. Now this time, I know it's Agent 1, so I put number 1. And then I go to the next one. All right, so what does this look like? If I go into the properties, we can start to see something here. And if I go to the agents, we can see the data there. If you have a look here, it's got these little pluses. If I click that plus, it shows me that those are the 2 properties that are linked to Aaron. Bryce has 1 and Sarah has none at this stage. So I can close those. Now, what I created yesterday, and I'll show you again, is create a form wizard. Want all those to come across from the agents table, but from the properties table, I can add. Now, I don't need the agent ID because it's connected already to the agent. And here, this is the main form, and this little one here that's going to happen is the subform. And finish. Okay, now if I want to make changes here to the look at it, go to design view, right, and just won't let me do anything at the moment. It's yesterday as well. All right, let's go back. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's just go back to design view. No, it's not letting me do it, guys. Anyway, we can actually just, oh, there we are. All right, that should be enough. And let's have a look at the view. And there you are. Obviously not enough. But you can actually add the forms for the different people. You can scroll this way if I'm there, but if I go down to number 1, if I go back to number 1, and then down here is where I scroll and put in the next one. So there's subforms. That's what I would like you to do for now, is finish off completing these 2 here.